Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Coming to you today with a slightly different video, but this is one that I've had quite a lot of questions about, and it's also things that I just pick up in different forums on Facebook and in the internet about people going, I'd love to do that, but I just wouldn't know where to start. So I thought I would make this directly because of that, from specific questions that I've had from people and also from comments, because I want to reassure people that it's actually a lot easier than you think. Now before I start, I've written down some things and I've put them underneath the camera there, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I struggle with my memory nowadays, now I'm getting old, grey hair and everything. Also, the second point is, I am in no way an expert on becoming a YouTube vlogger or just becoming a YouTube personality or anything like that. I was just a guy that fancied doing it one day and just did it. That's kind of one of the points that I'll get to, but that's the very last one. Okay, so I've got 6 points. I don't want to waffle on too much. So the first one is, if you're thinking of getting into YouTube, do some research. That's the first point. Do some research into what you want to do. I've always had a huge kind of interest in EDC, mainly around backpacks. So that's kind of where it all started for me. But you need to have that interest in something. Do some research into what else is out there. So if you like cake decorations, maybe, you probably follow quite a few people that already do cake decorations. Have a look at their styles. Have a look at what is out there and to see if you'll be making content that is similar to that. That kind of goes both ways. If it is that you want to get rich and famous and there's other people doing it, then you're 3 or 4 years behind them. That's not why you really should be doing this. You should be doing this because it's something that you'll enjoy, which we'll get onto a little bit later. So have a look at what else is out there. Have a look at the things, like in my instance, I like to review things. Now I say I like to review, I like to use the term, I don't like to use the term review. I don't like to think that I'm adding some sort of quantitative value to something. I like to talk about something for the main reason that I watch videos on YouTube is that I like to see things so that I can make up my mind rather than somebody showing me something and going, this is amazing, you need to buy it. Because when you get it and then you go, oh, it's not that good actually, it's not what I wanted it for then. So okay, I'm rambling, but you need to think about that sort of stuff. Decide on the things that you want to talk about, whether it is that you're going to be talking about different products, whether it is that you're just going to be chewing the fat with people, just getting on, talking. A lot of people just talk. That's what they do. So that's the first point. So that's research. Second bit is mainly around equipment. You'll see a lot of people on YouTube that have some absolutely amazing setups. Now, on day one, if you've got a Gmail email account or even just anything with Google, you've probably got a Google ID or a Google account. So when you log on to YouTube, you can start uploading content straight away. It's dead simple, really, it's super simple. There's loads as well. There's loads of videos. Have a look on how to upload stuff, how to add cards, end screen, all that sort of stuff. There's a lot more detail into that. But equipment wise, I mean, I started out doing it all on my mobile phone. If you go through my videos, I'd say probably 70–80% of my videos have all been filmed with a mobile phone. And that's all you need. You really don't need anything else. Now, it's useful if you do have a tripod. That's great because I can record all this and I can move around and I don't even have to worry about taking you with. Well, I would have to worry if I went over there, but you know what I mean. You can just it's all hands-free. Then you can do whatever you need to do. Even if it's a top-down video that you see where it's just my hands, it's very easy to be able to do that with a tripod. Also, if you do, and I'll show you a video, I'll show you a little snippet here of the setup that I've got here, and it's only recently that I bought a nice camera like this. But to have a microphone on top, a lot of mobile phones have very good microphones in them, but they're only good so when it's at a certain angle or distance away from you. So when you're making content, to be able to have a good microphone, that's also really good. Now I'll show you this. Where I put it, it's here. So this is what I bought. It was £10, $10, probably the same. And it's super simple. You clamp your mobile phone into it, that you can put your microphone on the top, and then you put that on your tripod, and it's all there for you. It's brilliant. It doesn't cost an awful lot, but most of us nowadays all have a mobile phone. If you have a mobile phone, you can make content. If you've got thousands of pounds that you want to go out and buy an expensive camera and lighting, at the moment I'm just using a light from the corner of my room, or what I've used it to read to. If you want to buy sound equipment, all that sort of stuff, what happens if after 6 months you don't enjoy doing it? If you already have that stuff, that's great. Brilliant. Lucky you. Also, editing. So another side is that you want to then edit that content to be able to put it online. Don't worry about editing. I try to do all of my videos in one take, which is why I waffle quite a lot. You see a lot of people doing these jump cuts. They're great, but after a while, do you really want to keep seeing that sort of stuff? If bare minimum, you're thinking, do I need some sort of editing software? Do I need Premiere Pro or After Effects, that sort of stuff? That stuff's cool. In my profession, I'm lucky enough that I get access to that with a studio that I work in. But if I didn't, how could I do it? Okay, so I'll film it on my phone, put it into PowerPoint, have a slide that has a title, then the video plays after that, and then have a closing slide. You can export that as a video that is perfect, that you can then upload straight away onto YouTube. Super simple. People don't even think that you could use stuff like that. Everybody learns how to use PowerPoint at school. Or go on to the Google Play Store. You can find stuff on there that helps you to edit, add in little call out boxes, all of that sort of stuff. It's super simple and it's all there. So equipment wise, you can do it on a bare minimum with just a mobile phone and some free software that you found online. If you want to take it up to the next step, a tripod and some better audio equipment always helps. Point number 3 is know what you want to be. Had to read that then. Yeah, know what you want to be, and this was a little bit more around that research part as well. If you want to be famous, it's probably not going to happen. There's YouTubers out there already that are making a lot of money. If you want to be a person that makes YouTube content and it then goes out onto YouTube and it helps other people, great, be that person. Just know who you want to be before you go on. Also think about who you are as well. So everybody knows my real name is Randy, but obviously everybody's known and welcomed me as the Moorlander. Do you want to go on as yourself? Do you want to go on as an alter ego? Some people have difficulties talking to a camera like this, but if you're a character, some people then find it easier to be able to interact with the camera if they're then being a character rather than themselves. Now that's not to come on and put on a different accent or something bizarre like that, but it's just a facade, I suppose you could call it. The easiest people to watch are the people that really are just doing it as themselves. I watch people like Demolition Ranch. Matt and Demolition Ranch is awesome. Now I'm not doing this to get likes from his community. I'm not even going to link him in this. This is just the content that he makes. He's having fun, and he is, he knew exactly who we wanted to be when he was making content, and that's the point. Try to make sure that you're authentic and you know who you want to be. Next one, point 4, is you have to learn to take the rough with the smooth, and that is a fact with the amount of legwork that you have to put in. Being on YouTube isn't easy. You have to make the content. You have to, like for me, you won't believe how many emails I send out on a weekly basis to manufacturers, to suppliers, asking to see if they would be good enough to provide me with some stuff that I can review, I can test out. Some of the stuff I'll review and I'll send it back. Some of the stuff comes out of their marketing budget and get to keep that stuff. But I'd say for every 50 emails that I send out, 4 or 5 of those come back and they'll send some stuff out to me. So you have to accept the fact, especially if you want it to do it around product reviews, that sort of stuff. If you're just talking to camera, then that's great. This video didn't cost me anything. I didn't have to contact anybody. If that's a style of video that you want to make, that's great. If it is that you're looking to build a community that you are then, you know, reviewing products to, then you have to put the legwork in for that. You also have to accept the fact that you're going to get a lot of no's, and you will get a hell of a lot of no's. I've been very fortunate that I've been to companies and I've shown them exactly what I'd like to do with their products, and they've been great, and they've come back to me and they've said, yes, we would like you to do that. But you have to accept the fact that a lot of companies will just come back and they say, no, sorry, we've already got reviewers this year. Also, you're putting yourself out onto a public forum. If somebody looks at you and thinks, that guy's got a weird ear. I've got a weird... No, I haven't got a weird ear, but you know what I mean. Please don't comment in the comments about my weird ear. I get very self-conscious about it. Yeah, some people are great, some people aren't great. You're putting yourself out onto a public forum, so just be mindful of that fact. A lot of you know, a few months back, you know, I do struggle with a stammer. Some of the videos that I've been making previously, I did struggle with that. I became very self-conscious about it. The community here have been super good about it, and everyone's just like, don't worry about it. I stopped worrying about it. I got back on camera and I don't stammer whilst making videos. You know, it's great. So you have to make sure that you understand that you get a lot of no's, and you're putting yourself out into a public forum, so you have to take the rough with the smooth. The next one really is around that public forum, and that's making sure that you engage with people. I try to as much as possible. In fact, I think I have done with every single one. If anybody's watching this and I haven't replied back to one of your comments, call me out about it, because I really do try to get back to everybody. Engage with your community. I'm trying to build this Moorlander community, and I try to engage as much as possible. I'm on Instagram. Hey, check me out. Moorlander_EDC on Instagram, and I try to engage with people as much as possible. That's engaging with people that follow me, but also engaging with the people that I follow, and that's really important if you're trying to build something that you want more people to watch you. It also helps as well with that last point, with the going to companies and saying, look, hi, I'd like to review some of your products. You're going to have to give them some sort of social media links, and they'll look at you and they'll go, okay, this person's might be seen as a bit of a small fish, and they'll come back and they'll say, oh, you know, we really like your content, but you know, and they give you a nice sorry, and you have to accept that. But by engaging with the community, you can build that, and you can make sure that people are watching your content, but also social media has become less social, and for me it's one of the most important things that I'm trying to put back into that. Social media has a very important 6-letter word at the beginning of it. I had to count them for a second, and that's social. A lot of people aren't social, and that's really important, and that's something that you definitely need to do. The last point is one that I wanted to keep to last. I was looking at the camera there for a second. Well, that bit, you know, not that bit, that bit. And this is the most important bit for me, and that is do this for the right reason. You need to make sure that you want to become a YouTuber, or you want to make YouTube content for the right reasons. I've not been shy about this. I got into making videos. I was signed off work due to some mental health issues. My therapist and my doctor said to me, you work in a creative environment, do something that's creative but isn't work. So I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I just decided to do it. It was almost a bit of therapy for me, but it was something that I wanted to do because of the line of work that I'm in. So I did it, and I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. But also behind the camera, not here today, but a lot behind the camera, you know, my daughters are helping out. I talked to my wife about different things, about where I should shoot and that sort of stuff. And it's more than just me talking to a camera. It's more than just me thinking, yeah, this will be amazing, I'll make loads of money from this, and I'll buy a new mansion, and I'll drive around in a Ferrari, and it'll be awesome. That's not going to happen. And that's the truth, you know. The people that are making incredible amounts of money here on YouTube have probably been doing this for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. They started when it got, you know, when it first started. If you look at like Marcus Brown, who's awesome, you look at, okay, you've got your PewDiePies and your KSIs and your Logan Pauls, those sort of people. They're making a hell of a lot of money, but they're also putting in a hell of a lot of work and have been doing it for a hell of a long time. If you're wanting to make money from YouTube, it's tricky. You know, have a look at YouTube to see how many subscribers you need and how many views or how many minutes watched you need to have through the year before you then get eligible. So for me, how much did I earn in the last 12 months from YouTube directly? Nothing, not a penny. I use affiliate links. So, you know, when I mentioned the links down in the bottom, if you click on one of those links and you buy the products, you know, that's there, it doesn't cost you anything extra. I just get a small kickback from Amazon. In the last 12 months since I've been doing that on Amazon, I've made, it's like £31. So what's that? That's probably about $40. It's not much. A lot of everything that's on my channel is funded by myself, apart from the amazing companies that are that go above and beyond to be able to support my channel by being able to provide me with free products. So the do it for the right reasons comes down to that. Do it because you want to enjoy making content. Because I enjoy making content. I quite like it standing in front of the camera. It gets a bit daunting sometimes. You should probably see my well, maybe I should make an outtakes video one day, but don't do it because you want to become famous. Don't do it because you want to impress somebody. Don't do it because everybody else is doing it. Do it because it's something that you've got a passion for, and that passion should hopefully be able to come out through the camera. I'd like to think that I come across reasonably well when I'm talking about the different products, and that's because I really like those products. I've been very fortunate the fact that all of the products that I've either bought myself or all of the products that somebody's contacted me to say, could you create some content on this, have genuinely been products that I have thoroughly enjoyed testing and I have liked. I'd love somebody to send me something that I don't necessarily like. There was one bag, which was the Snug Pack, what was it, Snug Pack First Response Kit, something. It didn't suit me. It wasn't a bad pack, but it just didn't suit my needs. Now that's not to say that that would have turned out to be a negative review. I don't believe in that sort of thing, because that's why you're here, but not today. Yeah. So make sure you do it for the right reasons. I could have probably talked a hell of a lot longer about this. I could have been on here for hours just talking about becoming a YouTuber, because there is a lot to talk about. And as I say, I am not in any way, shape or form an expert on making YouTube content and becoming a YouTube celebrity. Not at all. There are some amazing people out there making content that you can watch. Watch some of Casey Neistat's videos. Absolutely amazing. He can break stuff down so that you can see exactly what you need to do against what people are doing that's just superfluous. Doesn't need to be there. look at YouTube, YouTube influencers, social media influencers, that sort of stuff on YouTube to see what advice they give you. There's a hell of a lot of advice out there, and if you want to take that advice, I'd say look at as much as possible. That really does come down to that research as well. Some people go, yeah, it's amazing, because they really enjoy it, but they're very happy people. Some people go, yeah, it's all right, and maybe they're a little bit more truthful. So there you go. I've waffled on for 21 minutes, or 20 minutes, whatever it is. So I hope that helps. I hope that addressed some of the questions that I've been getting. I hope when I see people on forums or on Facebook and they're like, oh, I'm just not sure I could do it. Oh, just do it. Just do it. What's the worst that could happen? You can put a video online. You can go, God, I look like a right idiot there. And you take it off. No one's ever going to see it again. Or you put a video online, you get some great feedback, and you think, I really enjoyed that. I might do it again. Next one I'll put on Facebook so my friends and family can see it. Next one I'll put on to a Facebook community that I'm on, and they'll go, that was brilliant. I've always wanted to do that. It's dead. Oh, I've always thought it was really hard. And you go, like me, you go, huh, it's not as hard as you think. It's alright, actually. It's not tricky. It's not difficult. I just did it with my mobile phone. And bumbled and all the way through it, but you know, these things happen. If you've got any questions, bang them down in the comments. I'll maybe make another video in another 12 months when I'm obviously like a millionaire driving around in my Ferrari and stuff. And I hope you liked it. As I say, it's a little bit different, completely not EDC based at all. In fact, hey, here you go. So I'm testing out the Rovivon A28, 27. Oh, that's really bad. It's awesome, so that's really cool. I've got my Parker Jotta, and I've got this. This is the best knife ever. I absolutely love it. I would marry this knife if I could do. So this is the Svord Peasant Mini. I love these knives. And this is the Crystal Perspex version. Oh, it's such a good knife. And I'm also carrying the Pioneer wallet that I reviewed last week. So there you go. There's a little bit of EDC. Don't forget to stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and share. That would be useful. If you do like my content, hit the like button. If you want to share it, that's great. If you want to subscribe and you'll see all my future content, it's here, I think. Stay safe, stay Moorlander, stay EDC. Although I've already done that bit. See you in a bit.